Last week, you were letter writers to adults. You wrote a letter to your fifth grade teachers, and you also wrote a letter to us, your fourth grade teachers. Today, you're going to start thinking about your peers. You are going to be writing a letter to the future fourth grade students. That's right. The students who are in the third grade now will be in the fourth grade next year, and they need a little bit of advice. So today, you're going to think about what do you think the third graders should know in order to prepare for the fourth grade. Do you have any words of wisdom? Do you have any tips that they should know? What about strategies on how to get through the fourth grade? What are things that they should be thinking about? Take a moment and think about your friends in the third grade. What do you want them to know about the fourth grade? While you do that, I'll be sitting here with my friend Jonas. Hey, fourth graders. Let's continue our letter writing letters to the future fourth graders. Now, this can be a fun activity where you can give some information to this year's third graders who will be fourth graders next year. Today, I want to teach you this, that letter writers sometimes write to people to give them advice. You could write a letter to a future fourth grader to tell them what to expect when they enter the fourth grade next year. Take a moment to remember what is on our letter writing checklist. Have you written the date in the top right corner? Have you put a greeting? Did you indent before the word of every body paragraph? Have you ended with a closing, sincerely your name? And have you put your signature? Now, earlier I told you that you were going to be writing a letter to the future fourth graders. Let me show you what my letter looks like. June 22nd, 2020. Dear future fourth grader, you have a lot to look forward to next year in the fourth grade. Next year as a fourth grader, you will have to do many things. You will have to keep your reading up, think deeply about characters, and analyze parts of a text to think how it fits with the theme of the story. You will also do lots of multiplication, division, and fractions. Something you will have to get really strong at is breaking apart and thinking about multi-step word problems. Something I really liked about the fourth grade was the fact that my teachers were amazing. The fourth grade teachers are the best ever. They are fun, funny, and still push me to do my absolute best because they care so much about us. Oh, and we also go on lots of field trips. We went on like one field trip a month for the whole school year. Something I need to prepare you for is the fact that even though you will have the best teachers ever, you will need to be sure to always do your best work with them, because even though they are fun, they are very serious about learning. You need to always explain your thinking clearly and show your work. Sometimes you will work as a class on things. Sometimes you might work in a small group with a few people. Sometimes you get to work with a partner, like in math. And sometimes you need to work alone to show what you can do independently. You have a lot to look forward to. I am jealous you get to experience the fourth grade because I had so much fun. Sincerely, Justin. All right, fourth graders. You got to see what my letter to a future fourth grade looks like? Take a moment and think. What do you want to put in your letter? What are some important things that you think a fourth grader has to know in order to be successful? You might use some of the following questions to help you out. What does a fourth grader do? What was something you liked about in the fourth grade? Or what are some things that a future fourth grader needs to know to prepare for? All right, writers. Today you are going to write your letter to a future fourth grader to prepare them for next year. I'm excited to see what you do today.